And the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have bowed out of their royal tour and are believed to be leaving New Zealand today. It's fair to say that Meghan had more than her share of the spotlight. So how is the Markle sparkle changing the royal brand? And is the Duchess the family's biggest marketing drawcard? Here to discuss is AUT University's Jessica Vredenberg. Good morning, Jessica. I guess a royal tour, in a sense, is really just one big marketing exercise, isn't it?
In a sense, yeah, they're definitely using the platform to highlight the kinds of brands and causes that they want to engage with. So they're choosing, where they're going to spend their time, what they're going to sort of take a stand on, where they're going to engage. So in this particular instance, a lot of that was around, youth leadership, conservation efforts, the environment, feminism. Meghan, of course, talking about women's suffrage. So it is very much, they're choosing to use their platform in certain ways, and that's being echoed through various decisions, including what they're speaking about, but also how they're conducting themselves.
I guess with Meghan in particular, she already came with her own brand, really, didn't she? She was obviously a public figure. We already knew a lot about her. We knew some of the causes that she kind of held really dear. So has that kind of helped her, do you think?
Definitely. I think she is not unfamiliar with, the attention and with, being sort of in the spotlight, and is using that for good, in a sense, and using that to promote causes that she is passionate about. But of course, it has changed a little bit now that she is a royal. There's, certain rules and certain things that she isn't allowed to do. She is pushing some of those in different ways, but she has also been very clear that she's in charge of her own narrative, and she's using the channels that she does have, such as her wardrobe, to clearly communicate the values that she does have and what she wants to stand for.
Yeah, she spoke at one of at the women's suffrage gathering, which she mentioned, and she did break from protocol. She talked about politics, which is something the royals aren't usually allowed to do. Does she kind of get away with it, though? Yeah,
I mean, it kind of depends what you mean by get away with it. I mean, there's certainly many people that question some of the, breaking with protocol sorts of things that she's done, but I think we are really seeing an evolution in sort of the royals, and the really strict protocols are being relaxed a little bit. But I think also with someone coming in with her sort of background, that she already had her own sort of personal platform, professional platform, and sort of what she represents, that there's maybe a little bit more allowance from some for that. But of course, it's always still done, in a respectful and sort of more calculated, I guess, for lack of a better word, way.
Is she good for the royals, do you think? Is she helping to change their brand or the perception of the royals?
Absolutely, yeah. She definitely brings a lot of relatability to the royals. I mean, she's the first mixed race to marry into the royal family. She's American. She was a professional, had her own career in her own right before marrying into the royal family, which a lot of us can sort of identify with now, an expectant mother. So she kind of ticks a lot of boxes in terms of, making us feel like, we're kind of like her, and that sort of, I guess in a sense, leads more to the sort of Markle sparkle, or the Markle effect, that we feel like, she's kind of like us, and if we wear what she wears, that we're kind of part of the experience in some way.
Yeah, so if she's relatable, then maybe the royal family, who are, for the most part, incredibly unrelatable, perhaps kind of become a little bit more familiar and friendly to the rest of us.
Yeah, she's definitely, I mean, Kate sort of started that trend a little bit, but she's adding, many more dimensions to that in terms of who she is personally, and sort of, who she was before she married into the royal family, and using her platform in the ways that she's able to. Again, a lot of that coming through her wardrobe choices and brands that are, sustainable and ethical, that are ways that she's now able to voice those same values that she's had, but in ways that she's able to now that she's a royal. Yeah.
It helps that they make an adorable couple.
They do. Yes, I actually got to meet them the other day.
Amazing. Was it amazing?
It was very amazing.
Yeah, incredible.
And grilled a little bit, but they're cool. Very cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Hey, well, thank you so much for joining us, Jessica Vredenberg from AUT.
Thank you very much.